Sharp dressing after 60 does not require an expensive wardrobe. It requires 5 specific pieces, chosen in the correct order, at the correct price points, that produce a complete smart casual foundation capable of handling every occasion between relaxed and approaching formal. The total cost, under $200. The result, an appearance that most men spend significantly more to approximate and never quite achieve. The most important piece of all 5 is the last one. Do not skip ahead. This is not a budget compromise. It is a budget strategy, the specific sequence of purchases that produces the maximum visual return on every dollar spent. Each of the 5 pieces in this video has a specific price target, a specific specification, and a specific reason it is in this order rather than any other. The sequence matters because each piece builds on the one before it, and spending in the wrong order produces an incomplete foundation that more spending cannot correct. On this channel, classic menswear for men over 60 who want to look sharp without overcomplicating it. No trends, just what works. In this video, how to dress sharp on a budget after 60, 5 pieces, under $200 total. The specific order, the specific specification, and exactly where to find each one. The first piece in the under $200 sharp foundation, the Cognac leather belt, $15 to $25. Here is why the belt is first. Every other piece in this list, the blazer, the Oxford shirt, the leather loafer, the watch, benefits from a coherent leather family beneath them. The blazer looks more assembled above a coherent leather combination. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The Cognac belt does not need to be expensive to produce the correct result. Genuine leather, 30 to 35 millimeters wide, simple buckle, tan, cognac, or warm brown. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They spend the first portion of their style budget on a new shirt or a new shoe without addressing the belt, and the new shirt and shoe appear above a leather disconnection that undermines them. The belt is the connective piece. Purchase it first. Every other piece performs more correctly above it. The specific purchase, genuine leather, 30 to 35 millimeters wide, simple single-prong buckle in silver or gold tone, tan, cognac, or warm brown. Department store clearance sections, end-of-season sales at mid-range retailers, mid-range online retailers. Takeaway, piece 1. The Cognac leather belt at $15 to $25. Purchased first because it connects every leather piece already owned and makes every subsequent piece perform more correctly. Genuine leather, 30 to 35 millimeters wide, simple buckle, warm tone. Budget remaining after piece 1, $175 to $185. And the second piece addresses the neckline, the most face-affecting purchase available in this budget. After the belt, $175 to $185 remaining. The second piece addresses the neckline, the most face-affecting purchase available in this budget. Piece 2, the neckline, the most face-affecting purchase in this budget. The second piece in the under $200 sharp foundation, the white Oxford shirt, $20 to $30. Here is why the white Oxford shirt is the second piece. The blazer, which comes later in this sequence, is 3 to 4 times the cost of the shirt, but the shirt is what makes the blazer read as assembled rather than worn. A correctly fitted blazer over a crewneck tee reads as comfortable. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The white Oxford shirt does not need to be a formal dress shirt. The Oxford cloth shirt, a slightly textured, slightly heavier cotton weave than a formal dress shirt, is the most versatile version for smart casual dressing. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They already own a white shirt, the formal dress shirt from a previous professional context, and assume it serves the same function as the Oxford shirt, The formal dress shirt beneath a blazer reads as overdressed for smart casual. The fit specification for the white Oxford shirt. Shoulder seam at the natural edge, the one fit element that must be correct at purchase. Body with 2 inches of ease, correct without tailoring at most mid-range retailers if the shoulder is confirmed first. Takeaway. Piece 2, the white Oxford shirt at $20 to $30. The collar reveal it creates beneath any blazer or fine knit is the single most impactful neckline improvement available at this price point. Oxford cloth, not formal dress shirt cloth. Shoulder seam confirmed at purchase. Budget remaining after pieces 1 and 2, $145 to $165. The third piece is the most expensive single purchase in this budget and the one that makes every other piece perform at its highest level. After 2 pieces, $145 to $165 remaining. The third piece is the most expensive single purchase and the one that makes every other piece perform at its highest level. Piece 3, the most expensive, makes every other piece perform at its highest level. The third piece in the under $200 sharp foundation, the navy blazer. $60 to $80 from end-of-season clearance, outlet retailers, or mid-range department store sales. Here is why the blazer is third rather than first. If the blazer were purchased first, the belt and the shirt, the pieces that make the blazer perform correctly, would not yet be in place. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The navy blazer at $60 to $80 from clearance performs identically to the navy blazer at $200 at the one non-negotiable fit point, the shoulder seam at the natural edge. The shoulder seam is confirmed at purchase, and this is where most men get it completely wrong. They buy a blazer at whatever price is available without confirming the shoulder seam first, and then invest in tailoring that cannot correct the most important element, the specific purchase. End-of-season department store clearance, navy blazer. Outlet retailers, navy blazer in wool blend or cotton linen depending on season. Mid-range online retailers in confirmed size. One non-negotiable check before purchase. The shoulder seam at the natural edge. Takeaway. Piece 3. The navy blazer at $60 to $80 from clearance or outlet. Shoulder seam confirmed at the natural edge at purchase. Chest and body tailored if needed for $20 to $30 additional dollars. Budget remaining after pieces 1, 2, and 3. Approximately $50 to $90 depending on tailoring. The fourth piece addresses the base, the shoe that completes the vertical line and connects to the leather family already established by the belt. After 3 pieces, $50 to $90 remaining. The fourth piece addresses the base, completing the vertical line and connecting to the leather family. Piece 4. The base. The vertical line completed. The leather family connected at the foot. The fourth piece in the under $200 sharp foundation, the quality leather loafer, $40 to $60 from end-of-season clearance or outlet retailers. Here is why the loafer rather than a derby or Oxford shoe as the fourth piece. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The leather loafer at $40 to $60 from clearance produces the same leather family connection and the same slim base visual result as the leather loafer at $150. The leather is visible from the same distance, and this is where most men get it completely wrong. They spend the majority of the budget on the shoe, believing that the shoe is the most important piece and therefore the one worth spending the most on. In the smart casual context, the shoe is the fourth most important piece, not the first. The specific purchase: warm brown or tan leather loafer. Slim sole, not chunky, not heavily cushioned. Classic round toe, not squared, not extremely pointed. Genuine leather upper. End-of-season department store clearance. Outlet retailers. Target price $40 to $60. Takeaway. Piece 4. The quality leather loafer at $40 to $60 from clearance. Warm brown or tan, slim sole, genuine leather, connected to the Cognac belt at the waist and to the warm leather family running from wrist to waist to foot. The base of the outfit completing the vertical line rather than interrupting it with visual weight. Budget remaining after pieces 1 through 4, approximately $15 to $45. The fifth and final piece is the one that connects the leather family at the wrist, the piece most men spend too much on, and that performs identically to the expensive version at a fraction of the cost. After 4 pieces, $15 to $45 remaining. The fifth piece connects the leather family at the wrist and performs identically to the expensive version. Piece 5, the wrist, connects the leather family, identical to the expensive version. The fifth and final piece in the under $200 Sharp foundation, the slim leather watch, $30 to $40. Case under 40 millimeters, profile under 10 millimeters, leather strap in tan, cognac, or warm brown matching the cognac belt and the leather loafer. Here is why the watch is last. The watch requires the leather family to be established before it can connect to it, and the leather family is established by the belt purchased first and the loafer purchased fourth. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The slim watch at $30 to $40 produces the same visible result at the wrist as the slim watch at $300 because what the room reads at a handshake is the strap material, the case profile, and the connection to the leather family. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They either keep the chunky sports watch, which breaks the leather family at the wrist, or they believe a watch at this price point cannot produce the correct result. Both are wrong. The specific purchase. Case diameter 36 to 40 millimeters. Profile under 10 millimeters, the watch that disappears under the blazer sleeve and appears correctly at the shirt cuff. Simple white or cream dial, silver or gold tone case, not matte black or carbon. The 5-piece foundation assembled. Cognac leather belt, $15 to $25. White Oxford shirt, $20 to $30. Navy blazer from clearance, $60 to $80 plus $20 to $30 for tailoring if needed. Takeaway. Piece 5, the slim leather watch at $30 to $40. Case under 40 millimeters. Simple dial, tan leather strap connecting to the cognac belt and leather loafer in the warm family. The leather thread from wrist to belt to shoe complete, and once all 5 pieces are in place, the complete foundation they produce and why it outperforms more expensive alternatives becomes clear. Here is the complete under $200 Sharp foundation assembled. White Oxford shirt, collar visible above the navy blazer lapel, navy blazer, shoulder seam at the natural edge, body correctly fitted. Why this foundation outperforms more expensive alternatives. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The 5 pieces in this foundation are not the only pieces in the wardrobe. They are the 5 that make every other piece in the existing wardrobe perform more correctly. The dark charcoal trousers already owned, more correctly above the leather loafer. The foundation at 3 formality levels, casual polo from the existing wardrobe, dark chino leather loafer cognac belt, slim watch, smart casual white Oxford shirt, navy blazer, dark trouser, leather loafer, cognac belt, slim watch, white pocket square. The purchase sequence revisited. Belt first. The connective piece that makes every other purchase perform more correctly. Shirt second, the collar reveal that makes the blazer read as assembled. Blazer third, the piece that makes every other piece perform at its highest level. The total investment breakdown. Cognac belt, $15 to $25. White Oxford shirt, $20 to $30. Navy blazer from clearance, $60 to $80. Tailor for blazer if needed, $0 to $30. Leather loafer from clearance, $40 to $60. Takeaway, 5 pieces. Under $200 assembled in the correct order. Cognac belt connecting the leather family. White Oxford shirt creating the collar reveal. Navy blazer from clearance with the shoulder confirmed. Quality leather loafer from clearance at the base. Here is the final truth about dressing sharp on a budget after 60. The budget is not the constraint. The sequence is not the constraint. The only constraint is the knowledge of which 5 pieces, in which order, at which specifications produce the maximum visual return on the budget available. Not more expensive, more strategic, not a new wardrobe. 5 specific pieces in the correct order, not a compromise. A foundation that outperforms alternatives at 5 times the price because it was assembled with the knowledge of which pieces do the most work and in which order they must be purchased to work correctly together. Which piece are you buying first? Drop it in the comments. The one that surprises most men, the one they never expected to be the first purchase in a sharp wardrobe foundation, is almost always the belt, the Cognac belt at $15. What was yours? Subscribe for straight, practical style advice for men who value confidence over trends. Next video, 5 jacket mistakes every man over 60 should avoid.